some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Washington's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third down, he drops to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Handoff to the single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Turning it on. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Give to the back. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
No bones about it on that 3rd down and goal. You knew exactly what they're doing. We're not kicking field goals. We're here for touchdowns, and it is a physical run. He lowers his shoulder right between the tackles, gonna get in the end zone. Way to start this football game for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers offense will get the ball for the first time. The play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Looking for room at the 30. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. When you're called Cornhuskers, you're like a big red crashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days.
Continues to fight for yards. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure. pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the move. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
3rd down play from the gun. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the 2nd half and start making some plays.
Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way to create create some space. They didn't do it, and you can tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He splits the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the second. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Ole Miss. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Bought a little time. Lets it go. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance? In this game. Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Grab near the sticks. It's Pointer. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. Pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love to see this on offense early. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll try it again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're saying,
touchdown, Cornhusker! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Leaves it with the back. Across the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half. Giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you are.
Washington wants to go quickly. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington coming to the line with another first down.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense defense is going to win every time. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Spits it out to the back. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He'll keep it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try and pick up some positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snags it down the right side. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll run it from the gun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Huskers are on the move. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phil, as well, we have a moment. Let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll run it from the gun. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
It's a point in the... think as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Driver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Dumps it off in the flats. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Washington right back to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Steps away. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He'll try to get it through the air. Gets rid of it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. See, they agree with me. Same thing, but you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. Finally brought down. And what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Give to the running back. Sweet cut there. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, one, you lost yards, but two, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Huskers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking a deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on second down. Quarterback adapted. Got the back over the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch.
He's taking the shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance that he'll take a deep shot here. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now